Hello everyone and welcome. Today is a bit of a maintenance day and we're going to start things by changing the oil in this Exmark 32-inch stand-on mower. The first thing you'll want to do is pull that mower outside, start it up, and let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes because warm oil always drains better than cold oil. Now while you're waiting, you can grab the rest of your supplies. As you can see on screen, I have everything that I need right here. Once that engine's nice and warmed up, go ahead and open up the compartments. This first pad just folds right open, and the second cover, this plastic cover, pops right off. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and push your oil pan underneath the mower. And now we can loosen up that drain plug. So use a crescent wrench to get things started, and then once you break it loose, go ahead and just take your hand and unscrew the drain plug the rest of the way, and that's going to allow the oil to drain fully. And as you can see, our oil is draining nicely and it's all getting right into that drain pan. Now while you're waiting for that to drain, go ahead and take off your oil filter. You can get these off by hand, but sometimes they can be pretty tight. So I like to use a strap wrench to get things started. And as you can see, once you get it on there, it works pretty well. And once you loosen that up, you can go ahead and take your hand and just unscrew it the rest of the way. Now these do leak oil as you take them off, but if you're careful, you can definitely get them off without spilling them too much. So just be sure to take your time and go slow. Now that we have that off, we can go ahead and replace it with the new oil filter. So take that new oil filter and fill it up about halfway with fresh oil, and then dip your finger in and rub some of that oil on the seal. Once you've done that, go ahead and take the new oil filter with the oil in it and just screw it right back on where the old one was. Now you don't have to screw it on super tight, just try to get it as tight as you can by hand, and that should be plenty sufficient. But we are going to check for leaks at the end, so you'll know if you got it on tight enough or not. At this point, you can see the oil is merely dripping out of the drain plug, so that's a good indicator that it's just about empty, and we can go ahead and close that up, tighten it down a little bit, and now we can fill the engine back up with fresh oil. But before we do that, I did miss one thing. Go ahead and wipe everything down with a paper towel. You want to make sure this area is super clean because that is going to help us check for oil leaks when we start this engine back up. Also, go ahead and remove that oil catch pan, and you can also dump the rest of the old oil from the oil filter in there. That way it's just out of the way. Now we can finally go ahead and fill it up with fresh oil. So remove the dipstick and replace it with a funnel. And then you can grab your jug of oil and start filling it up. Make sure that you go slow so that you don't overflow the funnel. Now my model takes 10W30 oil and it requires about 1.8 quarts. So there's a couple numbers to get you started, but definitely check your owner's manual for your specific model and your engine. Now let's go ahead and check the oil level by just sticking the dipstick back in, pulling it out. And if it looks good, you can put it back in and screw it in all the way. Now, as you can see, the oil level is up to the fill mark, so we did a pretty good job on this engine. So now we're going to go ahead and start it up, and the engine is currently running right now, and just inspect the whole area for leaks. And as you can see, that area is super dry, so I think we're good on leaks. And the final step is to put back all the covers, so this plastic piece just pops right in, and then the top folds down, and you are good to go. Thanks for watching.